more things are being found in the files, and they're very interesting. So let's take a look again, guys. So hello, guys, once again, it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe. And we have another video, guys, probably the last video of the day, but let's check it out. Some of the stuff that were found in the files along the day, you know. Things kind of got hidden, and then more, it doesn't matter. Well, here we have it, guys. The first one is the AV-8B Plus for the USMC, as you see with the marine skin over here. So yeah, this is an AV-8B Plus, the same that we have in the Italian tech tree, but for the US. Right now it's only a skin, apparently, a texture, but still, it feels like they are going to add this aircraft. Remember, it will be very similar to the Italian one, actually the same, you know. So expect that same aircraft, but for the US, which is pretty interesting. A lot of people have been asking for this. Some other stuff that he actually found was, for example, the Sea Harrier with the BOL countermeasures and M120s being the same pylon for the Sea Harrier. This was confirmed by Ismail that they are going to add the BOL pod together with the M120 in that aircraft, which is pretty cool. And then the ZAB 500 for the Bison, which is pretty cool as well, of course. Some other interesting things that we already covered today, but I wanted to talk a bit about, is this. For aircraft with active radar homing missiles, limitation on the number of simultaneously operating missile radio correction channels has been implemented. When launching more missiles than the carrier's radar can provide, radio correction will work for the missiles launched last. The limit on the number of radio channels is indicated in the radar tooltip in the X-ray mode. Current radar restriction. So basically, there will be a restriction of updates on the amount of targets that you can actually update the missile with. So basically, what it means is that the Su-27SM, the MiG-29 SMT, the F-15, F-16 Tornado, and I think this is the Gripen, AS-39, but it's probably just 39, will have a 2 radio correction channel, which means that it can actually update 2 targets at once. It means that you can maintain a soft lock with TWS, for example, and attack 2 targets at once, with the 2 targets actually receiving corrections while they are going to the target before they go active, okay? So basically means that the R-77, for example, will be launched to a target. Then a second one will be launched to a second target. Both of them, if you maintain the 2-1 locks with the detection with the soft lock, or basically TWS with the detection of them, they will maintain those corrections in the INS until they go active. Okay, so we'll receive via data link the information where kind of the target is until they get in the range and go active. If you lock one more, for example 3, and fire a third missile, it will basically stop giving the first missile corrections for the target, you know. So this is actually a real life thing. I don't know about the F-15 and the F-16 and stuff. A lot of people say that it could actually do 4 targets. I really don't know that well these radars to actually say about that, but indeed these 2 aircraft, if I'm not mistaken, they do 2 targets max, or max it might be 4, but even then it's probably just 2, which is the normal standard for the Russian Soviet aircraft, you know. So yeah, pretty interesting. For the J-11A, it will be only 1 radio correction channel, so on the J-11 it will be kind of handicapped, you know. It's in the sense that it will actually only have 1 channel. If you fire a second missile, the first one will already lose the connection, and you will not be able to update it. Of course, remember, these missiles do have still the inertial navigation system, so if the target doesn't change its flight course, the missile will still reacquire the target, but it is like, it's not really effective, okay? If you do this and just spam the missiles with this aircraft, you will miss almost every single one of them, okay? So don't do that. With the F-14, which is pretty interesting, actually, it can actually maintain 6 connections, which means, yeah, the spam of AIM-54s will still remain. So yeah, very, very interesting. And for, I mean, confirming what we talked about during the day today is that they changed the multipath effect from 100 meters to 50 meters above the surface for missiles with a radar seeker, which I think it means active radar homing missiles. Yeah, this configuration is not final and may be changed before release. So they are talking about it, but it is pretty interesting that they are considering changing the multipath. And the last thing that I wanted to show to you guys, which is very interesting, they actually added a real-life feature to the CCRP, you know, the automatic release of bombs. So how it worked before, it is basically it's like a CCIP that you just wait for the actual reticle to be there. So you would just aim to the circle, wait for the bar to go to the circle, and you would click the button to drop the bomb, right? But now you can actually use a hold to release button, which is pretty interesting. It is basically it's making you be more precise, okay? The objective is for you to actually be as precise as possible with the release point, which is the objective of the CCRP. It's actually on the name itself, right? So you would choose a target. Of course, this would be a little bit harder without a pod or anything like that, and you would just fly straight and hold the button. When you hold the button and it gets in the right position, it will release the bomb, just like DCS, for example. So you just choose where the target is and you will just hold the button and see how precise you are. A lot more, right? Because you don't have to keep an eye on that. You just hold the button to release the bomb, and it's easier. Even to do an over-the-shoulder bomb drop, it's a lot easier, right? So if you basically just do this, I'm clicking, and then it's released automatically, right? And you are a lot more precise with your drop, a lot more precise. So yeah, again with the over-the-shoulder. Oh, there's a bomb flying. Let that bomb actually hit the target. But hold up, let me try to hit those targets over there. Come on, like this. Let's see if I can hit it with an over-the-shoulder drop. It's going to be way more effective. I just maintain the line and just hold the button, and it will be released automatically. Let's see if the bomb actually hits the target. If I aimed correctly, it will be. Well, of course, as I said, with the targeting pod, it will be a lot easier to find the target and do this type of long-range shots. But still, I mean, look how precise it is. So yeah, very, very cool. It really does help a lot with dropping bombs with CCRP, and it makes it a little bit more realistic as well, which is fun. So yeah, guys, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye. See ya.